video, I want to show you a simpler way for accountants, bookkeepers, and CPAs to get more recurring bookkeeping and advisory clients without having to rely on networking, referrals, and random one-off jobs. Because for a lot of firms, that old way of growing can keep you busy, but it does not always build the kind of recurring revenue that you actually want. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through what most firms are doing right now, why that keeps them stuck, and then the new plan instead to better attract, better fit client. So most accountants, bookkeepers, and CPAs are still trying to grow the same way. They go to networking events, wait for referrals, take on one-off work, and hope the right clients show up over time. And to be fair, that can bring in business. But the problem is it usually does not create the predictable flow of recurring bookkeeping and advisory clients. Instead, it often leads to inconsistent lead flow, random inquiries, and a business that feels reactive instead of intentional. The problem with the old plan is pretty simple. Referrals are not predictable, networking takes time, one-off work keeps you busy, but it does not build recurring revenue. And instead of creating a steady pipeline, you stay reactive. So even when you're busy, you still may not be attracting the right type of recurring clients you actually want. That is why a lot of firms stay stuck in the cycle where they are working hard but not really building a scalable and more predictable client acquisition system. So the new plan is this. Instead of depending on networking alone, we use Facebook ads to get in front of business owners who are more likely to need ongoing advisory help. Then, before those people even become a lead, we qualify them. So rather than just generating random inquiries, the goal is to create better fit opportunities from the start. The simplest way to think about this is targeted Facebook ads plus qualifying questions equals more recurring client opportunities. So this works better for a few reasons. First, it gives you a more predictable lead source instead of waiting and hoping for referrals. Second, it helps you reach people outside your existing network. Third, it lets you filter better fit opportunities before they even get to you. And fourth, it helps you focus on recurring bookkeeping and advisory services instead of attracting more random one-off jobs. So rather than taking whatever comes your way, you start building a process designed to attract exactly the type of client that you want. So in this instance, we're targeting companies with 3 or more employees, business owners who want to scale, companies looking for yearly tax support, businesses that need ongoing bookkeeping, and businesses that want advisory help. So how we actually start this is a little snippet of the ad. You can take this and use something like this if you want. Business owners. So we're calling out who we're talking to. And then along with 3 employees looking to scale. So this will call out people with more than 3 employees and they're looking to grow as well. So this is their pain point. Still guessing your numbers every month, books always behind, tax surprises every year, no clear take-home pay, and no visibility on profit. And then we talk about how we can help them. So we help you fix this with ongoing bookkeeping, year-round tax support, clear monthly numbers, and financial guidance to help you scale. And then we also put a little snippet at the bottom, not for startups, built for growing businesses. So we are going to get in more people that actually have money because startups are also just trying to get themselves off the ground, which I mean, we all start there. But we want people that want to grow, want to scale, and actually have money to pay for our services. After that, so that is going to be the actual ad that we're going to use, the creative, and then we go to the targeting on Facebook. So what we do, we'll target the location or service in your area. So you can target any state, the whole of the United States, Canada, if you feel like. And then we'll go for ages 28 to 55, which we really find is where The good point is for people that own businesses are still wanting to grow. Usually, then younger than that, they still in the startup phase, and older than that, they just happy with what they have. And some might still want to grow, yes, but we keep it within that. And Facebook usually targets a small number of them below or under. We'll bring them in still if they are relevant. Gender, so we just target all genders, and then we just put a few keywords in, like small business owners, small business and entrepreneurs. What's really good about Facebook is they are quite good at actually finding the people that we need, so we let their algorithm find that. So in the next step, we craft the right message. So we'll create copy that's going to go with our creative that speaks to our audience. Our goal is to make the right person see the ad and immediately feel like it is meant for them. So it'll be something like business owners that are wanting to grow. We can help you grow with our system, and so on and so forth. So it'll be the right audience with the right targeting and the right message. So next, this is a really important part. This is where we actually send them to. So we'll send them to a lead form. So, I mean, with just general things to begin with: first name, surname, company name, and why you're looking for an accountant. So as you can see here, we've put together a few reasons why they would, and this usually works quite well as a drop down multi-select option so they can select one or more. So it'll be unhappy with current accountant, need better communication, need help with yearly taxes, and so on and so forth. So you can actually go on and use these in your lead form. These questions help for better fit opportunities, and they also improve your conversation. So when you call them up, hi John, we filled in our lead form and I can see you unhappy with your current accountant. They're not communicating very well, and it's a really good conversation starter. Other things that are really good is you can have company headcount in there. So what we do is we'll start with 3 to 5, then 5 to 10, instead of starting from 1 to 5, just to try and weed those people with smaller companies out. And then also with company revenue, we can use a revenue that you would think is applicable, would be the amount that people should have to actually work with you. And then other questions like what services do they need? Questions such as these. So, I mean, there's a few things that you could be thinking of right now, like I already get referrals, and that's great. This gives you another lead source so you're not fully dependent on them. I don't want low quality leads, so that is why we use qualifying questions before the form even reaches you. As I showed above, we ask questions that will actually qualify them. I do not want more one-off work, so the goal is to attract recurring bookkeeping and advisory opportunities. Will this work for my firm? Well, this works for firms that want more recurring clients and can follow up with leads quickly. So, as you can see, we've just showed you the old way of how people are trying to grow, which can help but is not always the best way, which is networking, referrals, random one-off work, and inconsistent lead flow. The new way, we define exactly who you want to reach, put the right message in front of them, qualify them before they come a lead, and then create more recurring bookkeeping and advisory clients for you. So if this is something you would like getting help done with, we can help you out.